Welcome to the farm.
Welcome to the farm. I'm Justin, and this summer we've been spending a lot of time working on Cadence' playhouse. It's the third summer we've been working on it. First summer, all we really accomplished was getting the floor built for the playhouse and the supports for the playhouse. The next summer, all we did was frame out a few walls. So the majority of the work has happened this summer, and the goal is to have it done this summer. And we are so close. I can only think of 4 things I need to do in order for me to call this complete and Cade to have fun with it. First one is the railing on the porch. The second one would be the roof for the porch. The third one is the window mechanism upstairs to open and close the window so she can do that from inside the playhouse. And the one we're going to work on today, custom building a front door. So let's head into the shop and see what we can't make. So I don't want to build just a flat door for this playhouse. I want something that is going to catch your eye when you look at it and it's going to look really nice. So the goal is to build kind of a 4-panel door. It's not going to be a raised panel, it'll just be panels. And I think what we'll do first is cut all our framing pieces out, get those all made. I have my overall dimensions. I think for height, I'm going to make it 1 inch smaller than my overall dimension for my opening, so that way I can put a little threshold piece underneath. And then I think for the width, I'm going to go 1/4 inch shorter, so that'll give me an 1/8 inch gap on both sides, which hopefully will give me enough room for the door to swing and not bind. If I have to, I can always cut the frame down at a later date too if it's too tight. I'd rather have it a little tighter and have to trim it than be too narrow and not looking right. So let's go ahead and start cutting out our lengths. Now that we got all of our framing pieces cut to length, we need to start cutting our grooves in the sides of these things. The grooves are so our panels will fit in, slide in, and be secured. And I'm also going to make it so that these pieces slide into each other. And hopefully this whole door will just be held together with glue. So to cut those grooves, we're going to head over to the table saw. And I picked up something new today to hopefully make this a little bit easier. So today I went and picked myself up a dado blade set. And what a dado blade set does is it stacks up a bunch of blades so you can make one solid groove in one pass. Normally what I've been doing in the past is I just raise my blade up, I make a cut, flip the board over, make another cut, move the fence in a little bit, make another cut, flip the board over, make another cut, and keep repeating that process until I get my whole groove cut out. Now I should be able to just set this up to whatever thickness I want, run the board through once, and I should have my groove. And since I have a lot of grooves to make in this frame, I think this is going to be well worth the price. So let's see if we can't get this fitted to the saw. I got my dado blade installed. I think I got my depth set correctly. I think I got my height of my blade set correctly. I got a test piece. Let's go ahead and run it through and see what it looks like. So the first cut, I like the groove, but we're a little bit off center, so I'm just made an adjustment, and we'll try another cut. That looks pretty center. Let's go see how it fits on our plywood. Ooh, that fits nice. Nice and tight. I like that a lot. So I got my grooves all cut in the boards. The next thing I need to do is work on my tongues. One thing I did cutting the grooves is I marked the top side here, or back side, and I kept that B side to the fence, so even if my groove is off one way or the other a little bit, they should all be off exactly the same, as long as I keep all the B's facing the same way. So to make sure I keep my tongue the same distance, I'm just gonna match the blade height to this groove, cut all the tongues on that side, flip the board over, reset the blade to that height, cut all the tongues for that height, so that way my B should still be all the same. All right, so we got our first full tongue cut. Let's do a test fit, make sure that this is going to slide together. And it's a little bit tight, so I think we need to trim just a hair. All right, I shaved a hair more off. Let's see how it fits. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I think that's going to work pretty good. All right, we'll cut the rest of these. So before I start cutting panels, I'm going to go ahead and lay everything out, make sure it all fits. I think that's looking pretty cool. It's going to look really cool with the panels in there. I'm really happy with it. So now the next step is to figure out my panel sizes and get those cut. Well, now that we got all our pieces made, I think we're ready to assemble. Let's get started and see what this looks like. The door is assembled. It's glued. It's clamped. It's together. I am really happy with how it slid together. Everything slid right in real easy. I mean, obviously I had to tap it with a mallet, but it went together really, really well. I'm happy about that. I am a little concerned that it might be a little warped. I kind of wish I would have ripped my sideboards first and kind of flattened them out a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we take it out of the clamps, but I'm going to leave it clamped overnight, let that glue sturdy up really well, and hopefully tomorrow this thing's in good enough shape we can put it on the playhouse. So it's the next day. I did end up putting some blocks underneath that clamp to kind of lift that corner to get this to sit a little more level, hopefully straighten out the door. Let's go ahead, unclamp this thing, and see what it looks like up at the playhouse. I think that door looks amazing on the playhouse. I'm so happy I took the time to build the raised panel door. I think it just really completes the look. The door is slightly warped. It's kind of out a little bit on the top, in a little bit on the bottom, but I think it's going to be fine. It's a playhouse. You can hardly tell. But I think that this is where I'm going to end this video. I'll work on the latch and the threshold in the next one. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.